talking about silent letter. Number one, the letter K. In English is pronunciation K, especially if it comes at the end of a word, for example, bag. However, if there is a K at the beginning of a word followed by the letter N, then when I read K does not sound, for example, new. He knew exactly what he wanted and I told him that we'd buy it for him. There are several other examples such as no, Nike, knee, nail, noun. Number two, the silent C. If the letter C is followed by the letter S in a word, then the letter C has no sound. For example, scissor. She was using scissor to cut off his shirt. Number three, the silent G. The letter G will become a silent letter when there is an N after it in a word of, for example, design, sign, foreign, campaign. Number four, the silent N. The letter N will become a silent letter when followed by the letter M. For example, atom, condom, column, and hymn. Number five, the silent P. In English, a silent P occurs when the letter P is present in a word but is not pronunciation. For example, in the word recite, the P is silent and the word is pronunciation. Reset. For example, psychology. She decided to major in psychology to understand human behavior better. And next, receipt. The cashier handed her the receipt after she made the purchase. Number six, the silent H. The silent H can be found after other consonant. For example, we have the word H, which contains the very common combination J, and the sound is a hard K, so the H is actually voiceless. Sometimes you can find the letter H without a sound at the beginning of a word. For example, the word our. So here are some example: H, answer, echoes. Next, number seven. The letter W is often a silent letter in English, which means some people pronounce it without making a sound. Example can be found in words such as race, where the letter W is not pronounced but remains present in the spelling of the word. So, if there is a letter W at the beginning of a syllable followed by the letter R, we don't need to read the letter W. For example, right, rock. Then if there is a letter W after the letter is, for example, word, answer, over, the letter W is followed before the letter H. For example, whole, who. Number 8, the silent S. The letter S can be a silent letter in some word in English, meaning the letter is not pronunciation. For example, in words like island or Iceland, where the letter S is not pronunciation, even though it is written in the word. For example, island, debris. In this word, the letter S is not pronunciation vocally, even though it is present in the writing of the word. Number 9. The silent A. The silent letter H occurs when the letter A is present in the word but is not pronunciation. Typically, this occurs at the end of a word and conveys the pronunciation of the preceding vowel. A common example is in a word ending in a H, such as math or hop. The H is not pronunciation, but it can influence the preceding vowel, giving the vowel a longer or different pronunciation. For example, time, hop, cake. In each of these words, the H at the end of the word is not pronounced vocally but affects the pronunciation of the preceding vowel. Next, number 10. The silent R. The silent letter R occurs when the letter R is present in a word but is not pronunciation. It often occurs at the end of word or before consonant in some dialects or accents of English. For example, in the British English dialect, word like car or far can be pronounced without stretching or even without pronunciation. The letter R, however, it is important to remember that the pronunciation of the letter R as a silent letter can vary depending on the English dialect and accent used. For example, car, hair, and far. Keep in mind that the pronunciation of the silent letter R can vary based on the English dialect and accent used. That's all from me. Thank you.